Hey there, it's me, Barb in the garden. How y'all doing today? I hope you're doing all right. Look at what's behind me. Yes, it's a beautiful royal purple smoke tree. Some people can call it a smoke bush, but this is definitely more of a smoke tree. Cotinus Coggygia is the Latin or botanical name. So let's come up here and get a little closer, okay? Coming on up, coming on up. Here we go. Look at these plumes, you all. Aren't they pretty? Let's get real close to some. There you go. Aren't they pretty? Now, these are such a surprise. They bloom in May or June and sometimes in July. This one was blooming in May, but now it's early June. And oh, aren't they beautiful? Real fine, feathery kind of feel to them. Just beautiful. That's why it reminds people of smoke out in the distance. Now, there are some that have a white plume, and there's one that has like a rusty orangey kind of plume. But most of them that you think of is this color, is this rusty purple kind of plume. Now, the leaves are another special treat to this tree or shrub. They have a purple leaf. Now, when it's sunnier, you can see that purple more. I don't know if you can see that there. Let me try to get a little closer over here. See, they're kind of a purple look, but oh, that sun. And underneath them, let me show you, is like a lime green color. So when you're planting this shrub and you want to have some other plants around it, think of lime green to make that purple pop, you know, like a lime green creeping jenny coming out, or a hosta with lime green or bright yellow, or sweet potato vine, something like that. Those are all great ideas around it. Now, the smoke tree does like weigelias around it, and also likes Rebecca, you know, black-eyed Susan. So that's always a great option too. You know, you just be creative, do your thing. So those are the plumes and those are the leaves. But let's talk about the pop, because that is something that I think is so special about it. So right behind me, you're gonna see, I'm gonna show you what's behind me here. We've got green, 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 pop. Look at all that color, all that pop when you least expect it. It's so special. Now, you know, I've been ignoring this, but I want to say something. You know, right here in this isn't my tree, but oh, this poor tree, you know, they say trees actually can scream. Research has showed it. So this poor thing, I would definitely want to prune this so the rest of the plant can get healthy and not have any diseases come on in. So I wasn't expecting to share that, but just so you know that I do notice that poor little thing. Oh, I hate that. Anyway, let's get on. So back to the smoke tree. So let me share some of the basics with you, alrighty? So some of the basics are that that it like zones 5 to 8, and it can grow in zone 4. You want to protect it a little more in the wintertime though, okay? You want to be good to that. And what else? They can grow up to 10 to 15 feet tall. Some have said they can grow up to 20. Somebody else had said, well, I've seen it up to 30 feet. So the average is 10 to 15 feet. The width is usually 10 to 15 feet. Also, the average is a width of 12 feet. Alrighty, so we got the zones, we got the height. It grows pretty fast, 1 to 2 feet a year. Some people say that's moderate growth, but 1 to 2 feet a year, pretty good grower to me. Another thing to know is about the soil. What kind of soil should you have? It likes all different kinds of pH, so that's a good thing, pH of your soil. It likes well-drained soil, fertile soil. You can fertilize in early spring. You can prune it too in early spring or in the winter time. But the thing I wanted to show you about what it likes for its soil, I have it pointed down to the soil, like you can see through the soil. But it has very fibrous roots, okay? And it has shallow roots. So think about that. Yeah, it likes dry soil, and it can even handle clay soil. It likes poor soil also. One thing it doesn't like though, with those little tiny fibrous roots and shallow roots, it doesn't like wet soil. So you don't want to plant it like by a creek or by the lake or whatever. It's gonna have a good struggle in time. The sunlight, it loves the sunlight. If you want plumes on your smoke tree or smoke bush, you want it in the sun. This is a real good example I'm gonna show you in a second. But lots of times people get this shrub and they go, I'm not getting any plumes, I'm not getting any blooms. It's because it's usually in the shade too much. Now here, if you look, See, it's overhanging a driveway, so it's right in that afternoon sun. So look at all those beautiful plumes. But if you keep looking, now I'm gonna put this over my head. I don't know what'll happen. But anyway, up here, now look at this. Here's the side by the driveway, and then the rest, you can hardly even see it. You can hardly even see any plumes over there, right? That's because, look up high. Deciduous tree and an evergreen. I think it's a hemlock over there. So it's not, it's too much shade. Alrighty, so remember, it needs at least 6 hours of sunlight. What else is wonderful? Yeah, when I was showing you all the green and then bingo, all these beautiful plumes, that's really nice because it is deer resistant. So if you're in an area of the forest or by the deer that are chewing up all your beautiful blooms and flowers and you're like, what can I grow? You can grow a smoke tree. At least you'll have some pop of color and a little surprise for yourself. That's always fun. So the, oh, this tree too, it's native to this South Mediterranean, South Asia, a little bit in Europe. That's where it's native to. Anything else I'm forgetting? We talked about sunlight. It likes the sun, growth, soil. Oh, let's talk about some ups and downsides. The upside is that it doesn't have thorns. That's a good thing. And I told you it's deer resistant. And of course, these beautiful plumes and these beautiful leaves that turn different colors in the fall. They grow yellow, orange, and red in the fall. And the sunlight hits it and that red just, oh, it's so pretty. Pretty, 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 pretty. Oh, now the downside is that the downside is that it's poisonous to humans. So you don't want to be cool and be chewing on the old branch, you know, when you're pruning it with your friends, and you don't want to be chewing on the leaf thinking, this is fun. No, it's poisonous to humans. So, but the other good upside is it's not poisonous to dogs. So there are some people that use this as a border shrub around their yard for their dogs. So that's another good thing to know. You can burn the wood to this. Just a little notice that this is in the family of poison ivy, but you can burn the wood, unlike poison ivy. I got a story for you on that one. I burned some poison ivy once. Ooh. Oh, my supervisor. But anyway, I paid the price and so did the crew. But I'll tell you that story some other time. Anyway, our beautiful royal purple smoke tree or shrub, you know, depends on how you prune it. Did I talk to you about that? I don't think so. Let me get over here. So let's look at this. Yeah, poor little branch. See how that's a multiple trunk tree. So that's a sign that is really a shrub. And if you prune it back all the way to the ground in the wintertime, every other year, you're gonna have a nice shrub. Now they don't do that here. They're letting it grow as a tree. Now some people say cut it a third, cut it 2/3 to the ground. Some people say cut it to the ground every year. But on the whole, I usually find that people say, you know, prune it to the, you know, cut it to the ground in the winter time or at the latest early spring. And if you want the branches to go in a certain direction, look for those buds, you know, the little tiny knobs, and you're gonna do a slanted cut, and the lower part of the cut will be above that bud, and wherever that bud's facing is where the stem is gonna grow, okay, the branch is gonna grow. So we can talk more about pruning in more detail later. I start to talk about it a lot every once in a while. So, so let's back up here and look at this beautiful tree one last time before I have to say goodbye to y'all. But there it is, Cotinus Coggygia. Oh, just a lot of fun. So I hope you've enjoyed this, and I hope you have a good day. And if you can't get out, I hope you can get outside. And gal, if you're real lucky, you'll get in the garden, okay? Well, you all take good care, and I'll talk to you later, okay? Bye-bye now.